All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Monster, episode 52. Okay, so
right.
Tenma has been officially arrested.
Yep.
He's being escorted back to Germany. He's being extradited, essentially. And Lung has made contact, essentially saying, I know.
And everyone else is lending their energy.
Yes, everyone lend your energy to Tenma if he's helped you even in the slightest, even in just a one-off side episode.
Yep.
Lend your energy. The vampire... sorry, guys, I have hiccups. The vampire Bayern Schuld is...
Getting things moving?
He's moving his money and making things happen.
But the real crux of all of this, though, is Ava.
Yeah.
Because she is a material witness, so...
Yeah, Reichwein has made contact with her.
Yep.
And they are in Prague right now. And they just are narrowly missing Tenma, I believe. So maybe they'll interact with Lung, and we will get the Ava-Lung combo that we've been waiting for.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities for this. So, yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get into it. Wait, what? 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 Okay, so potentially someone crazy. Recaptured. Oh my gosh. Jeez.
マクシミリアン商会給与配達者強奪の現行犯で逮捕。97年インゲボルク刑務所シャワー室。1年半かけてスプーンで穴を開け出そう。排水管に潜り込んだ俺が言うんだから間違いないぜ。黙って歩け。
These are the kind of people Tenma's going to be kept with.
But I think he's going to help this guy.
確かドクターテンマとかな。とっとと歩け。もう一度聞きますが、86年のアイスラー記念病院院長ハイネマン、オッペンハイム外科部長、ドクター・ボイヤー毒殺事件に対して関与を一切否定するのですね。どうした？何の騒ぎだ？ミルヒが腹痛で苦しんでます。これって吐砂物が引っかかってるんじゃないですか？
Dang.
こうなったらあいつを呼ぶか。
Oh.
ドクターだよ。
Hey!
Awesome.
ちょっと見てやってくれ。
I think he did this intentionally to get to meet Tenma again.
ここは痛むか。
Yeah, it hurts very much there.
部屋から出るんだ。感染の恐れがあるぞ。
Dang.
Okay. And as soon as they're out, he stops.
Yep, exactly. Tenma, you're very smart. Yeah. Wow!
Dang.
現金輸送車強奪の手口知ってるが、車の前に俺が病人のふりして飛び出す。慌てて車から警備の奴らが出てきたところ、仲間が銃を持って現れる。
Brilliant.
Okay.
Nice. Wait, who has Tenma killed?
Roberto.
Roberto, that's right, yeah. But that's it. Pretty crazy to think about. Yeah, this.
Oh, not in like a coin box in a bank, but like... Wait.
See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, God. As a kid. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Yo. Oh, that's horrible.
Wow.
Wow. I love it.
真実を、こうしている間にも大変なことが起きることなど信じない。でも私は戦わなければならない。よって被告人を禁錮20年の刑に処する。父に有罪判決が下された時、 私の生き方が決まった。母は父の無実を訴え続け、71年死去。父も72年。
I have to imagine this all ties together. All right. A DVD player. I mean, it's a stereo, but.
父の経営するラジオ局の放送は毎日この曲で始まり、この曲で終わりました。歌いながら牢獄で息を引き取った父。
That's
その無念を晴らすためにも、私は冤罪の可能性のあるあらゆる事件に取り組んでいきたい。
Whoa, all right.
That's
Motivated.
awesome. Yeah.
もっと詳しく話して。参院の診察は
順調よ。
Aww.
いつ生まれてもおかしくないくらい。天馬の事件は先日お断りしたんじゃないの？
うん。
Whoa.
その時の依頼主は
Oh no. They're two different people. Dang.
大富豪がなぜドクター天馬の弁護を依頼したのか。バウル弁護士に話を持ち込んだ依頼人はドクター天馬に命を救われた。
Wow.
Awesome.
So he wouldn't do it because it was, seemed like there could be some corruption involved if it was a billionaire, but
立派な医者だったということだけは。
wow.
あなたがそんな損得でお仕事してたら今頃もっと大きな事務
Oh, she's a great wife. She's poking fun at the joke of like, if you weren't such a good person, you'd have a bigger office. Not something I care about or you care about. Wait,
止めろ。
what's that look?
止めてくれ。そんなことより食事に行こう。
What?
What was that?
What was that?
君は2人分食べない。
Isn't that weird how they can make us like one character immediately who's in prison, and then a lawyer who seems like the epitome of the hero
Right, and they set him up to be that very well.
have one bit where he suddenly is like, nope, we don't trust him at all.
もう一度最初から話しましょうか。私は何度でも話します。あなたで4人目だ。
あなたはまるで自分が無罪になりたいのではなく、ヨハンという青年の存在を証明したいだけのように感じるのですが、本当の発端は何なんです？
ですから銃弾で頭部を撃たれた少年が担ぎ込まれ。
いや、もっとその前に何かあったんじゃないですか？
トルコ人の女性。
うちの人返してよ。
人の命は平等じゃないんだもの。
わからない。私がやったことが正しかったのかどうか。
Whoa, nice.
患者の善悪などわからない。
弁護士だってそうですよ。
That makes sense. Yeah.
被告人の善悪などわからない。
That's true, yeah.
ここにあなたの弁護を依頼して。
Oh my god. Oh,
That's not just one piece of paper.
Pages.
Yeah.
Oh.
フランツ・ケファース、ドクター・テンマ。引き受けますよ。あなたの。
All right.
信じることです。
Wow.
貴重なお
Whoa.
ありがとう。
All right, Ava's back in her way.
ドクター・テンマの弁護士が決まったと聞いてずっと連絡を取っていたんです。
ドクター・テンマがヨハンという青年を狙撃しようとした話、その証言は伏せていただきたいんです。ヨハンがいようといまいとテンマは無実なんです。正義のないこの国すべてが反省する。
Oof.
それが重要なんです。
Oof.
ドクター。
That could go very wrong.
No, they're in Germany, Jacob.
No, I know, but
Okay.
何か重要なことを知っているかもしれないんです。
Eh?
私と一緒にこの町に来とるんだ。その女。
Where is she?
どいつもこいつも
Oh my
みんな
gosh.
笑ってる。私を見て笑ってる。
弁護士に会ってくれ。天馬のために。
は？私の人生をめちゃくちゃにしたあの男にそう簡単に死なれる。
I love her brand of crazy.
刑務所に一生懸命含ませて生きてる間ずっと後悔させるのよ。私を捨てたことを一生ね。
It's like, good. Now we bring the lawyer here. Yeah. Way back when.
夢でも見たか？
銃声3発金髪の 男。
エヴァ、あんたヨハンを見たのか。
Aha. Yep.
自由主義の象徴。はじめまして、弁護士のバウルです。
Okay.
今日私があなたの接見に伺いました。どうです？
The number
ちゃん
2.
と眠れ
Gotcha.
てますか？もともと右利きだったんですが、
Oh.
いつまで経っても左でペンを握るのには
Did he lose an arm?
右手が動かないんですよ。
Oh.
覚えてますか？ちょっと痩せましたけど、
No, is this Roberto?
よく逃げ延びたものだと。
No way! No way!
本当
Holy
Oh my
crap.
god, it's
See, this is
actually
why you
Roberto.
double tap.
Oh my god. I was
この左手、ペンは不慣れですが銃の扱いは随分と慣れました。殺そうと思いましてね。あなたの元婚約者。
Oh.
はい
Crap. Crap.
It's alive.
Why?
Okay, Roberto. All right. You
All right.
unstoppable Terminator, you.
Yep. And then them thinking about, like, wait, you know, Tenma, like, bringing up the whole idea of Tenma killing people, and it's like, oh, yes, he did actually kill someone.
Wow.
Or did he?
Wow. You know what's crazy, though?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that wasn't, like, an intentional thing for the show to bring up in such a way. Like, because the other guy doesn't know. He's thinking about the accusations that he's made.
Mm-hmm.
But to Tenma,
Yep.
to us as the audience, we then go, wait, Tenma hasn't killed anyone. And then we go, wait a minute. No, he has. Roberto's dead.
Yep.
But then it also brings up the question of, like, wait, did he really kill Roberto?
Yeah.
Like, he shot him, and he fell off of about 15 to 20 foot drop,
Yeah.
which isn't
We
a
should've.
lot, actually. And then,
But
okay,
this is why you double tap.
this is why you double tap.
Like,
2 in the gut, 1 in the head.
Yep.
Or 2 in the chest, 1 in the head, basically. So, okay, so Roberto's alive. He's going after Ava. It could be Johan's influence, like you were saying. But this is also something that I think he had as a mission prior to this when
Right.
he was involved with Ava. Mr.
Yeah. That was something that he was planning on doing. So, and yeah, the
Yeah.
whole thing where with her and all that went wrong and everything and the place on the hill and whatnot. Yep.
So, all right, now Ava is the most
Yeah.
important person, like, in this whole game now.
And it is now revealed that she has actually seen Johan
She remembers
to
it, yes.
Reichwein, you know, and she remembers it and all that. So,
Right.
yeah.
The thing, though, is that Roberto... Here's the thing. Roberto is so competent, just as far as we've seen him. The only time he showed a moment of incompetence was when he kind of waxed eloquently to Tenma about Johan's plan changing and about how all of this was going to be different. And he's like this guy, like, Johan, you don't understand. He's something more. And now he's here. He's lost use of his right arm, which I love as, like, a consequence of this whole thing. He didn't get out of this unscathed. He is not the Terminator. But he is still alive.
Yeah.
And Johan is in prison. And he is posing
Tenma's
as...
in prison, yeah.
Did I say Johan? Tenma, obviously. Tenma is in prison. But he's posing as Tenma's lawyer.
Right. Like,
What the heck? Like there's some serious problems here. Because, one, on some level... I don't know how Tenma can actually fight him from within prison outside of saying, like, this guy is a murderer, this guy's an assassin.
Well, and what happens if Tenma ever meets his other lawyer again? And he says, by the way, that other guy? Yeah, he's the dude that I told you about that I killed on the place, you know, or whatever. So, yeah. Like,
And-
what happens then, you know?
Well, here's the other thing. We can draw a little bit of a conclusion because there was something off about Redmond. Remember that whole thing with the song? And he,
Yeah.
like freaked out? Here's the thing that's weird.
What?
He played the song for Schuld. And he was fine with it.
Yeah.
At least as far as we knew.
But
Why
he
is it
also-
when his wife plays it, he suddenly freaks out?
What it makes me think of, because he didn't take the job from Schuld.
Right, but that might have
So-
been the first time he heard about Johan. and he heard it in conjunction with the song, and that triggered his fear response potentially.
Okay, that could totally be it. Mm-hmm. Especially since he did all the poking around.
Mm-hmm.
Johan could have gotten to him. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, okay, I like even also the idea of Johan getting to him. Potentially, also that could be there just through Roberto. Roberto instigated him. But no, I'm talking about indirect. I'm talking about as indirect as possible. Him just hearing the story from Schuold while listening to the song. Freaking triggered him when he's listening to the song. He's like, I don't want to think about that story anymore. Please don't play that song.
That's way simpler.
It's a way simpler connection. But I gotta think, like, is there anything more to it than that? Because I think there has to be, right?
Well, I think the best thing for Johan to do would be if he got in touch. He got both lawyers that are working with Tenma.
Yeah.
So that way, anytime someone comes up with information that can prove Johan's existence, he's like, cool, come talk to us.
Yeah, and Roberto will probably take the fall for all of that gladly. The other lawyer doesn't even have to do anything.
Exactly, yeah.
He just has to pass along the info to Roberto, aka Mr. Ball. Which, here's the thing. You brought up a very good point about too many people knowing about this whole Tenma situation thing.
Yeah.
It is not a stretch of logic to think, oh, if Tenma is revealed to be in this place, Ava is not far behind in that situation. Let's send my best guy onto this. Roberto, go. Find out how to get involved with, the lawyer there. I will give you the means by which you can manipulate, this lawyer.
Yep.
Here's the thing, though. You caught onto something that I think is really subtle here, but it also plays into the whole thing of Roberto being here. I was mentioning how he was saying that our country, Germany, needs to pay for its sins and its crimes. And you said, ooh, that seems a little bit...
Like that could go to a pretty crazy place.
There are some weird places that goes to that. Anytime someone talks about judgment in an abstract way like that, it's something that's too vague to be just thrown around casually.
Especially considering the things that tend to happen sometimes with judgment.
Yeah. Especially involving a story where we have a crazy evil genius like Johan walking around.
Yep.
Doing who knows what right now.
Right. We have no idea.
The trail is cold. We are, he could be anywhere right now. He's obviously not, but I do not see it as a big stretch now to see that Johan's influence already rests over Redmond.
Yeah.
So,
right. Because this is the other reason. It was something tied to his father. Now, the song, right?
The song, yeah.
What does Johan do? He finds out what makes people tick, and then he manipulates that. He twists that.
Right.
So the fact that it was something related to his father, that I would say that means even more that there is a very high likelihood that Johan basically is using that as a means of getting him to do what he wants.
Yeah, they did a very interesting thing this episode, where they had two different characters be introduced at the same time in separate locations. They were very quickly brought into the same location, but only one of them seems to be of dramatic importance for the rest of the plot. But what if there's some sort of connection there, not in terms of plot, but in terms of themes? Something specifically with Redmond being brought in as someone who desires and finds beauty in freedom. And then we have this other guy who has literally lost his freedom, but has this beautiful, undying, crazy hope that I'll be free eventually. I'll dig my way out of here with a spoon. I'll climb through crap pipes and I'll do whatever it takes. But that whole theme of freedom, what if it's already too late and this is the lawyer that is already in a cage?
Right.
And that's the point. He's in an invisible cage of his mind, his fear of maybe Johan's influence. But the other guy who's in prison, he's like, nah, these walls can't hold me.
Right.
He's not imprisoned. Yeah. He's not caged. And it's probably some kind of duality with that.
And in a much simpler way, he's the backup plan. He's the plan B. When everything goes to pot with the actual court and trial and whatnot, right?
Help Tenma escape.
So yeah, let's have this lawyer be completely taken over by Johan. Sure, hopefully Ava won't die because of it. I get the very strong
I've had death flags over Ava for like forever now.
Yeah, especially now that she was brought back in. And especially since Reichwein knows that she saw Johan, because now the characters will know why she died, but it still won't help because they didn't actually see Johan. She saw Johan. Now Schuld's seen Johan, and there's that whole thing. But you know,
all we can hope for is our clutch boy Lung, like doing work in Prague, and as long as he's in Prague and Tenma is in Dusseldorf, I believe they're in right now.
Dusseldorf, Germany.
Yeah. What I could see being really interesting here, though, is that Johan has Roberto over here because he's still in Prague, because he's working Anna, you know. So right now, I think the storyline is actually not going to get more complicated. If anything, things are about to be simplified a lot.
Sure, because they're going to have different stories, so they'll just alternate between what they're touching on.
Right, and I think they'll finish this one rather quickly.
Okay.
Before they get back to the whole thing going over on in Prague, because I feel like Prague is still like the bigger story here, because it relates to Johan more directly, his family, his origins, and all that.
Makes sense.
But while we're here,
when in Rome,
we get some interesting characters.
And
we get freaking. I've got the hiccups, guys. Sorry.
Roberto's back. Yeah. See, he terrified you so much.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say. I'm just thinking, like, if they have Roberto back, everyone's in trouble. Because the thing is, when Roberto was in the story, he was a killer. But the thing is that he was another variable. It's not that he was a killer. It's just that he wasn't Johan. Johan we can almost predict because we feel his effect before we see Johan. So we know when he's coming. Roberto will just be up in a building and just be like, pop,
just show
you're
up.
dead.
Yeah.
And just shoot you.
You know what would be awesome?
Yeah.
Roberto goes to kill Ava, and it's all set up, and it's going, you know, horribly well for Johan and Roberto and them. And then Lung.
Lung versus Roberto. Yes, like I love it.
It doesn't need to happen. Would it make sense?
No.
Not necessarily. They'd have to do some explanation for it. But it would be so cool. It would just be so cool. Yeah. And then we could have Lung and Ava teaming up, and it would be absolutely fantastic.
I gotta say, I want Roberto to go down by Lung. Now that we brought up this whole like kind of idea, it sounds amazing. But I will say, I was worried that we wouldn't have enough conflict to last up until the ending. Because we're episode 52 here? Yeah, and there's over 20 episodes left?
22, yeah.
Yeah. We need a lot more conflict still before we can even come close to an ending. So, Roberto being in the mix, people are going to die. He's not going away. He's not going away anytime soon.
Right, he doesn't have to kill them quietly, too, is the thing. Like, because Johan, he has to make them disappear, right?
Well, I mean, yes, what you're saying is that he can start killing people quickly. He doesn't need to set up some crazy story about how they killed themselves because they were depressed about their fathers passing, blah, 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 blah. I
mean, we've seen that Johan is up for killing people in the more, like, brute force method, but he doesn't prefer that.
Yeah, Ava could be killed easily, though. I mean, no offense to Ava, but she's drunk half the time.
Yeah, just slip something in her drink, you know.
Yeah, it would be easy for Roberto to kill her. I'm really surprised even now that, thinking back to points where, we think about, like, Dr. Reichwein getting away from Roberto at that one part there. Or
right, because Tenma showed up, yeah.
Yeah, or even Ava, like, narrowly avoiding, death all those times with Roberto.
Yeah.
Now that
they
he's
haven't
back,
really killed off main characters, have they? Like, the closest would have been Richard.
They had the Fortners. I mean, not really. Well, that's the thing. I don't consider anyone a main character, really.
Other than Tenma, Johan, and Anna?
And Anna, yeah. Everyone else are side main characters at best. Yeah. So I don't really consider... But that's the thing. This story isn't going to end without at least one of those three main characters dying. Like,
right.
And it's probably going to be Johan. But the thing is that it's
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Anna, though.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Anna either. The only one it's not going to be probably is Tenma. I mean,
that would be bizarre.
That would be actually really nuts.
It ends with Johan convincing Tenma to kill himself. That would be twisted and dark.
Or maybe to kill himself with him.
Sure.
Then it'll be like, hey, they'll never know which one of us it was. all along. Then did either of us really exist? That would be crazy if that's the whole twist, is that he's basically like, no, look at this, Tenma. I created all this so you could become me. It was obvious all along, wasn't it? Now you can become me. And he gives him basically a gun. And he's like, you can either kill yourself or become me.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
That would be crazy. Or basically you kill me and you become me anyway.
Sure.
Like, I mean, we just jumped ahead to like ending predictions here, but I think that the main thing about this episode is that they've set up a new segment of conflict, introduced two really interesting characters that both have very unique aspects of their personality.
Great contradictions.
Really good contradictions. That's the other big thing. That's probably the big thing, actually. But that song thing really freaked me out. Because here's the thing. We had just introduced his wife as being this wholesome, loving person who can give him little bits of back talk and sass.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh yeah, he's totally cool with it. And she's pregnant.
Right.
And then suddenly all of that is forgotten for a split second for whatever reason on his face.
It's like,
and
I'm
he has
worried
murder in his eyes
like,
when he hears that song.
Yeah.
And it's like, she doesn't clue into that. She doesn't see anything weird about that.
And especially with
That was just a thing that happened.
The whole idea of the profession of lawyers, a lot of times lawyers are like basically the evil legal bullies, basically, right?
Oh yeah, they're
like,
looked at as like snakes sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah. So the fact that they went so over the top to make this guy seem like a good guy and morally upstanding, wouldn't even take the job from Shul because he thought, well, there might be something sketchy there, But then they do this, and it's like,
yeah, especially after having him just listen to the song with Shul. So yeah, really curious about that. But this is a mystery that we can't solve right now.
Nope. We can just guess, just conjecture.
Yeah, without actual getting more info. So. All right, Roberto's back.
Yep.
Things going to be crazy. And yeah, guys, looking forward to the next episode. If you want to see the next episode's reaction, though, right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, where you can chat with us about stories or just whatever. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.